This was anticipated, right, by Brewers fans, and they got a show.
Yeah, Brewers fans, they should have been excited. I mean, we've seen players, D-Row, that are coming up, and everybody has velo. So
Yeah.
I'm always excited when the young players come up. What type of velo is this? Because we're starting to see 97, 98,
Become the
99 every single time, but you want to see what guys have fine-tuned it enough to become like a promising, potential dominant pitcher in the league. And seeing what he was able to do yesterday, D-Row, I think
You were watching it live,
he's on the
right?
radar. He's on the radar. I was watching it live, and I remember, if we can go ahead and run into it. Back in 2022, we saw this kid, D-Row, the MLB Combine. You see the Combine's right around the corner for everybody at home, and you see this player who comes out of Missouri, out of nowhere, Crowder Junior College. He had a great junior college season, but let's pause it here real quick. But he goes out there to the Combine, D-Row, throwing 100 miles an hour. So you're drafting him in the second round on stuff alone. The fact that he can go out there and throw 100+ miles an hour. In the minor leagues, one thing you know he's going to do is miss a lot of barrels. Guys are not going to hit him, but the concern was that walk percentage. So 2023, 2024, 2025 comes around, and the Brewers feel like, okay, he's honed it in enough. Still below league average as far as MLB goes, as far as how much you want to walk guys. How will that translate when the lights are bright and adrenaline is flowing? If he can stay around the zone, he'll be fine. So yesterday when I was watching the game, I said, just keep it tight.
Yeah.
Stay around the zone. Guys are going to be aggressive. Players are going to be excited to face the new young gas-throwing player to try to show him what the big leagues is about. So let's go ahead and keep it running. And right out of the first inning, this was the biggest inning for me. Is he going to keep his composure? You're seeing the Cardinals. They know the scout report. Families in the stands.
Look at him.
They're trying to
Grandma's
introduce.
rocking.
They're going to let you know we're going to smash your heater. And oh,
Hondo.
that jumped out a little harder than I thought it was going to. We thought we were going to jump on the heater. You can see the Cardinals are waiting on it. He shows the breaking ball early. He shows the cutter early. Ivan Herrera, one of the best fastball hitters in the game, gets almost blown up right there. And let's pause it here. Extension rates. I know, D-Row, we talk about extension, release extension. What does that look like? How close is he getting to home plate? That's the way I look at it. How close are you getting to home plate to let the ball go to? You want to feel like you're shaking hands with the catcher, and that's extremely intimidating for a hitter. He's one of the best in the game. You're seeing him with, essentially, he's a 6'7" guy, so he's using his height. He's going to be right there in the same category as Glasnow, Gilbert, Bailey Ober. But let's see how the fastball actually plays in real life. Let's just look at the heater. Let's see if it's a hard 100 or is it a soft 100. Right here, you see the velo of the extension. Doesn't look crazy, but he has long legs. Take a look at all of these heaters right here, bro. These are all counts where guys know he's going to come with gas. And time again, this was the constant from hitter to hitter. It was by them, D-Row.
Yeah.
But timeout, let's pause a little bit. We've seen this with Bryce Miller. We've seen it with so many pitchers that come up to the big leagues and they have a dominant heater. Hunter Green is the one, D-Row, that really sticks out to me because watching the debut of Jacob yesterday, it felt like a similar type heater than Hunter had, but at the time, Hunter's cleaned it up now. He's one of the best pitchers in the game when he's on the field. But at the time when he was a rookie, he didn't have the breaking stuff to go with it. He couldn't keep you off balance. So as a hitter, you can cheat to the heater, make the adjustment, and start to jump on it. So let's go back to the video. Let's see what Jacob had to keep the hitters off balance, to get them off of the 100. And D-Row, they're calling
that a four-seamer?
They're calling this a slider. So StatCast they didn't get a pitch right the entire game, so don't even pay attention down there. But this cutter that he was throwing at 96 miles an hour, and he mixed in 2 changeups yesterday, one good one. He showed that he has enough in the tank. He ended up coming out of the game with some cramping. I completely understand that. This is what Lauren Ruffalo, this is what getting called up to the big leagues is all about. It's about this moment right here. You have your family in the stands. They're living and dying with every pitch. They're sitting there in prayer position the entire time, living and dying with every pitch. But with Misiorowski, D-Row, what I loved about what he was able to show the world is that I'm more than just a dominant hitter. That 96, 97 miles an hour, when you're able to throw something that looks exactly like your heater, and then it cuts off, especially for a right-handed hitter, it cuts off the plate at the very last second.
Yeah.
That is enough. That's enough to get me off of the heater to where if I try to cheat on it a little bit, I'm hitting that ball at the end of the barrel. Doesn't matter if I have a torpedo or whatever kind of bat I'm using. That's off the end of the barrel. He's able to mix the curveball in just enough to keep you off balance. I think he's going to have longevity in this league. As long as he can stay around the plate. There were a couple times where a runner got on first base and he tried to go to a slide step. And when he went to the slide step, he lost his control a little bit. But those are the moments that you want to see what he does. He was able to hone it back in. He got a double play ball. He started to throw the ball over the plate, calm it down. But coming out with cramping, he was just gassed up. He was gassed up yesterday. You're using every inch that you have to go out there and drive off the mound.
I was telling them, all I was concerned about my first AB was people not seeing me shake. So I can't imagine what him taking the mound with a 100-mile-an-hour heater. He changes what they could potentially be.
Yeah.
Brewers could have went and hid early. Pat Murphy didn't allow it. The team didn't allow it. Christian Yelich didn't allow it. They're on the rise. They're right behind the Cubbies. And with a guy like this, they could stick on the mound for 5+ innings and absolutely dominate. It kind of changes who they are.
It makes it make sense on why it was important for them to bring him up now.